Dear students, in this lecture we are going to discuss about some problems and a modified version of the principle of mathematical induction. And in this lecture, see the problems are something different compared to the previous lectures. In the previous lecture, we have seen the problems on principle of mathematical induction, which are related to equality of the statements. Now, whereas in this lecture, we are going to discuss about some inequalities. So let's see. So how to apply the principle of mathematical induction on inequality statements. So this is the first statement regarding the inequality. See the problem number 1. So use a mathematical induction to show 2 to the power of n, which is greater than n for all n belongs to n. So here 2 to the power of n is greater than, so it is strictly greater than is there, means this entire thing is known as an inequality. Okay, now so we need to show this inequality by using the principle of mathematical induction. See the procedure is same. See the solution for this. Now here the statement is in the form of an inequality. So let it be, the given statement is p of n. So here p of n is what? 2 to the power of n is greater than n. Now first you need to check with the n equals to 1. So for n equals to 1, so here for this inequality, left hand side and right side will be there. So here the left hand side is 2 to the power of n and right hand side is n. Now for n equals to 1, the left hand side of the inequality is 2 to the power of 1. 2 to the power of 1 means 2. And what about the right hand side of the inequality? The right hand side of the inequality is n. So put n equals to 1 on right hand side, therefore it is 1. So left hand side is 2 and right hand side is 1. So here so you can observe, so 2 is more than 1. So this implies 2 is greater than 1, means LHS part is greater than RHS. So therefore the inequal or the statement that satisfies at n equals to 1. Therefore we can express it as p of n is true for n equals to 1, right? So then the second step is assumption. What is our assumption? Assume that the given statement p of n is true for n equals to some k, where k is greater than or equals to 1. Now so therefore the given statement that becomes, that is p of k is 2 to the power of k, which is greater than k. So let it be, this is the inequality 1. Now so what do you have to show? We need to show the given statement is true for n equals to k plus 1. Now we have to show p of k plus 1 is true whenever p of k is true. Means by using inequality 1, so you need to show the statement is true for n equals to k plus 1. So for that, so first we need to consider 2 to the power of k plus 1. Now so you can consider 2 to the power of k plus 1. We have to show this 2 to the power of k plus 1 is greater than k plus 1 whenever 2 power k is greater than k. Now so this is first to simplify this, 2 to the power of k plus 1 is nothing but 2 to the power of k into 2. So do you know how to express this? X to the power of a plus b means x power a into x power b. X power a plus b is x to the power of a into x to the power of b. Theory of indices. You know, this is an 9th or 10th class. So we are writing this as 2 to the power of k into 2. And so from inequality 1, so already 2 to the power of k is greater than k. So therefore this entire value is greater than k into 2. 2 power k is greater than k. So here into 2 is there. So here I am writing this as k into 2. Means, so this is 2k value. I am writing this part. Only this equality is nothing but the simplification of this part. So 2k, here I am writing this 2k as k plus k. Okay, now see here k plus k is there. But what we have to show? We need to show this 2 to the power of k plus 1 is greater than k plus 1. So it is just, you need to show it is more than k plus 1. That's it. If it is an equality, there is a problem. Inequality means simply means the value of this 2 power k plus 1 is k is greater than k plus 1 is enough. Okay, now so here k plus k is there. So k plus k is always greater than k plus 1, where k is any number, right? So just think on this step. So the value of k plus k is always more than k plus 1 only. If k value is anything, here already we know k is more than or equal to 1. If put a k equals to 1, say it is let it be it is more than 2. Already it is 1, right? Say k is equals to 1, therefore it is equal to 2. If k is 2, then so it is 2 plus 2, and this is 2 plus 1. 2 plus 2 is 4, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So this 4 is always greater than 3. And in the same way, if we put k equal to 3, then what happens? 3 plus 3, then it is 3 plus 1. So 6 is greater than k. So this statement is valid for every value of k which is more than 1. More than 1. So finally here we can conclude that 2 to the power of k plus 1 is greater than k plus 1. 2 to the power of k plus 1 is greater than k plus 1. Therefore, P of n is true for n equals to k plus 1. Hence, by the principle of mathematical induction, given statement is true. True for all natural numbers. Let's see another statement. Let it be the second one. So use mathematical induction to show 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square and so on plus n square is greater than n cube by 3. So just we need to show this quantity is greater than n cube by 3. Now, so let the given statement is P of n. So let P of n be the given statement, that is 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square and so on plus n square is greater than n cube by 3. Now, so what is our first step of our mathematical induction? That is for n equals to 1. So let's check for n equals to 1. Now say the left hand side of the given statement. So the n equals to 1 means there are n terms are there. Okay, n equals to 1 means only the first term of the series. So the first term of this left hand side is only 1 square. 1 square is 1. And right hand side what is? RHS. That is only one term is there and it is in terms of n. Now, so replace n with 1 so that it is 1 cube by 3. 1 cube by 3 means 1 by 3. Left hand side value is 1 and right hand side value is 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 means, so it is 0 point something, 0.333. See here 1 is always more than 1 by 3. So that is, or this implies 1 is greater than 1 by 3. Our left hand side is greater than right hand side. So therefore that satisfies the given statement. So here we can write it as P of n is true for n is 1, n equals to 1. Next assumption. Assume that the given statement of P of n is true for n equals to k. Now here P of k, that is P of k is 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square and so on plus k square is greater than k cube by 3. So to get P of k, just replace n with k, that is 1 square plus 2 square and so on this. So let it be this inequality is 1. Now so what we have to do, we have to show the given statement is true for k plus 1 whenever P of k is true. P of k plus 1 is true whenever P of k is true. Now so for that consider k plus 1 terms. Now we have k terms on left hand side. So consider k plus 1 means, so we need to add the extra term, that is 1 square is first term, 2 square is second term, 3 square is third term and so on, plus k square is kth term. But we need to consider k plus 1 term. So here another term is k plus 1 whole square. Now here so we need to use say the first equation, inequality, compulsory. So already we know that the sum of these terms is always more than k cube by 3. So this entire value is, this is greater than k cube by 3 plus extra term is there, that is k plus 1 whole square. Now so simplify this part. So what we have to simplify this part is equals to k plus 1 whole cube. We need to express this as k plus 1 whole cube by 3. So here I am simplifying this as k cube by 3 plus, so it is a plus b whole square. So expand it. So it is k square plus 2ab means 2 into 1 into k means 2k plus 1 square is 1. Now here the LCM is 3. So this is k cube plus 3 into k square plus 6k plus 3 divided by 3. So this is k cube plus 3 square plus 6k plus 3. Now divided by 3 is there. So what is our intention? We need to express this expression as some k plus 1 whole cube by 3. So here you need to concentrate on the right hand side part of the problem, that is n cube by 3. So to show the given statement is true for n equals to k plus 1, so we need to write this as k plus 1 whole cube by 3. Means here from this expression we need to write the completing cubes, like a plus b whole cube is mandatory here. So that already k cube is there. Now so we need to write k plus 1 whole cube, 1 cube is mandatory. So k cube is there and so we can write 3 as 1 plus 2. So 1 can be written as 1 cube. So no problem. And one more thing, 3a square b and 3b square a. So here I am writing this as k cube plus 3 into 1 into k square plus, so this 3k 6k can be written as a 3k plus 3k plus 1 plus 2 by 3. Got it? Just split this 6k as 3k plus 3k and 3 as 1 plus 2. Now so this is a k cube plus 3 into b into k is nothing but let it be a k square, and so this is 3 into 1 square into k, right, and 1 cube is there. So that part can be written as k plus 1 whole cube. Here I am using a plus b whole cube. A plus b whole cube is what? A cube plus 3ab square plus 3a square b plus b cube. Now here the value of a is k and b is 1. So that is in the form of only these terms and this. So k plus 1 whole cube. And so the leftover terms are 3k and 2 is there. So it is 3k plus 2 is left. Whole divided by 3. Now, so we can write this as k plus 1 whole cube by 3 plus 3k plus 2 by 3. What we have to show? We need to show only the given part, or the sum of k plus 1 terms are greater than k plus 1 whole cube by 3 only. But so we got extra term, means this entire value is simply greater than k plus 1 whole cube. We need only this part, right? So this value is so the sum of two terms are there, so compulsory this is greater than this. See, for example, so there are two terms a and b are there. A is a comma b are some positive numbers, so a plus b is compulsory greater than a, right? A and b are any two positive numbers, so the sum of these two positive numbers are always greater than a, right? So in the similar manner, I am expressing this as k plus 1 whole cube by 3 plus 3k plus 2 by 3 is greater than k plus 1 whole cube by 3, or simply it is greater than 3k plus 2 by 3 also, but we need only this part, okay, since it is an inequality. So that so you can use this as k plus 1 whole cube by 3 simply. So here what we got, that is 1 square, what is the left hand side part, 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square and so on, plus k square plus k plus 1 whole square. This is greater than whole cube, k plus 1 whole cube by 3. మీకు ఇక్కడ డౌట్ వస్తుందేమో, ఈక్వల్ టు సింబల్ ఉంది, దాని తర్వాత గ్రేటర్ దెన్ రాశారని. సో ఇక్కడ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎందుకు వచ్చిందమ్మా, నేను ప్రీవియస్ వాల్యూని సింప్లిఫికేషన్ చేస్తున్నాను. అండ్ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చాక దిస్ పార్ట్ ఈజ్ ఆల్వేస్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ k plus 1 whole cube by 3. This part is greater than this, means the left hand side value of this inequality this one. ఇది దీనికి గ్రేటర్ దెన్ అవుతుందంటే దీనికి ఈక్వల్ ఇదే కదా, దిస్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు దిస్ పార్ట్ అంటున్నాం, ఓకే. అండ్ దిస్ ఈజ్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ దిస్, మీన్స్ దిస్ ఎంటైర్ పార్ట్ ఈజ్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ this one, k plus 1 whole cube by 3. Therefore the statement P of n is true for n equals to k plus 1. Hence you can conclude. So hence by the principle of mathematical induction, the given statement is true. Given statement P of n is true. Is true for all natural numbers. So then third problem on inequalities using a principle of mathematical induction. So here 2n plus 7 is less than n plus 3 whole square. Here again it is strictly less than. So by using a principle of mathematical induction, we need to show this is true for all natural numbers. So let us consider the given statement. Let it be, it is a P of n. Let P of n be the given statement, that is 2n plus 7, which is less than n plus 3 whole square. Now, so first we have to show the statement is true for n equals to 1. So here what is the left hand side of the given inequality? This is the left hand side. So here so there are no sum of terms, so directly it is in terms of n is there. Now put n equals to 1 on left hand side, therefore it is 2 into 1 plus 7, that is 9. Now and the right hand side is, so it is 1 plus 3 whole square. 1 plus 3 whole square means 4 square. 4 square is 16. Therefore, this implies the value of left hand side is 9 and right hand side is 16. So 9 is less than 16. Therefore, the statement is true for n equals to 1. Next, second step is our assumption. Assume that P P of n is true for n equals to k. Where k is greater than 1. Now P of k is, that is 2k plus 7 is less than k plus 3 whole square. So let it be inequality 1. So by using this P of k, we have to show the statement is true for n equals to k plus 1. Now to show that is true for n equals to k plus 1, so here you need to consider the term n. Instead of n, just write k plus 1. Means it is 2 times of k plus 1 plus 7. Okay, so simplify this value, and what you have to show, we need to show this quantity is less than k plus 1 plus 3 whole square, right? What you have to show, 2 times of k plus 1 plus 7 is less than k plus 1 plus 3 whole square. Whenever this is true, you have to show the statement is true for n equals to k plus 1. And in n equals to k plus 1 also. If we replace n as k plus 1, then it is less than k plus 1 plus 3 whole square. Now, so simplify this. So then this is 2k plus 2 plus 7. Now we can write it as 2k plus 7 plus 2. So already we know then this 2k plus 7 is less than k plus 3 whole square. Therefore this entire part is less than k plus 3 whole square plus 2, right? Here I am using equation 1. This part is less than this, obviously, since 2k plus 7 is less than k plus 3 whole square already. Okay, now simplify this. Now, so this is k square, or so directly you can write, no problem, k plus 3 whole square plus 2 is there. Now see what we need, k plus 4 whole square, right? So simply you can write this as, and this part is less than k plus 4 whole square directly. Can I write like this? So this value is again less than k plus 4 whole square I am writing. If possible, you can check with any value of k. Okay, so if we take some, let us consider some values like k equals to 1, 2, 3 or more than 1. K equal to 1 also, no problem. So if k is 1, then what happens? 1 plus 3, 4. 4 square means 16. 16 plus 2 is 18. Then what happens here? 1 plus 5. 1 plus 4, that is 5. 5 square is 25. So 18 is less than 25. And you can check with k equals to 2, k equal 3, k equal 4 or anything. So this satisfies this inequality. This quantity, here I am writing this quantity is always less than k plus 4 whole square. Why we need to write k plus 4 whole square? Hence we need to get this as k plus 1 plus 3 whole square. So that this part 2 times of k plus 1 plus 7, which is less than k plus 4, means k plus 1 plus 3 whole square. So it is in the form of 2n plus 7 is less than n plus 3 whole square, where n is k plus 1. So here we can conclude the given statement is true. P of n is true for n equals to k plus 1. Hence, by the principle of mathematical induction, given statement P of n is true for all n belongs to n, for all natural numbers. So let's see the principle of mathematical induction, and this is a modified version of the mathematical induction, the general mathematical induction. See here what is the modified version. So let some number n naught is belongs to a natural number, and obviously P of n be the given statement, be any statement. For each natural number, n which is greater than or equals to n naught, suppose that number 1, the statement here, what is the statement? P of n. So the statement P n naught is true. And the second thing is P of k is true for all k which is greater than or equals to n naught. That implies P of k plus 1 is true. Means, so the given statement is true for n equals to k plus 1 whenever it is true for k, where k is greater than or equals to n naught. Here we can conclude then the statement P of n is true for all n is greater than or equals to n naught. For all natural number, n is greater than or equals to n naught. So did you identify the difference between the principle of mathematical induction and the modified version of mathematical induction? See, whereas in our general principle of mathematical induction, the statement is same. So there are only two steps, like the statement P of 1 is true. Here is P of n naught is true. So for suppose the given statement is P of n. So put n equals to 1, the statement is maybe wrong. If it is wrong, then shall go with 2, right? And n equals to 2 also not satisfied the given statement, then go with n equals to 3. If the statement is true for n equal to 3, then proceed the process. So whereas in the normal principle of mathematical induction, the first step is, the basic step is n equals to 1. So whereas in the modified version, now the induction that starts at any natural number, not only the 1. So means here n naught is any natural number after 1. So that is nothing but the modified version. Means if the statement is true with n equals to 6, now so just you need to show the statement is true for n equal to 6. Next procedure is, so assume that the given statement is true for n equals to k, and by using that statement you have to show it is true for n equals to k plus 1. Okay, so here nothing is here, nothing will be there. Simply you can observe ఇక్కడ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఆఫ్ మ్యాథమెటికల్ ఇండక్షన్ అనేది 1తోనే కాదు, ఎక్కడైనా స్టార్ట్ కావచ్చు అని చెప్తున్నాడు. whereas in the principle of mathematical induction, then the first step is P of 1 is true కదా. సో ఇక్కడ P of 2 కావచ్చు, P of 3 కావచ్చు, ఎక్కడైనా కావచ్చు. ఓకేనా? సో సెట్ ఆఫ్ బైసైకిల్స్ అని చెప్పాను కదమ్మా. ఫస్ట్ సైకిల్ పుష్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, మిగతా అన్నీ పడిపోతున్నాను. అలా కాకుండా నేను థర్డ్ ఆర్ ఫోర్త్ బైసైకిల్ దగ్గర పుష్ చేసాను అనుకోండి, అక్కడ నుండి కంటిన్యూస్గా అవి ఫాలో అయ్యే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటాయి. ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే ఇది కూడా. సో ఈ మ్యాథమెటికల్ ఇండక్షన్ అది n ఈక్వల్స్ 1 కాదు, ఎక్కడైనా స్టార్ట్ కావచ్చు అని చెప్తున్నాడు. ఓకేనా? ద ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్ మే నాట్ బి n ఈక్వల్స్ టు 1, దట్ మే బి ఎనీ అదర్ న్యాచురల్ నంబర్. ఓకే, సో let's see one example regarding this principle of mathematical induction in the modified version. Use our mathematical induction to prove a 2n minus 3 which is less than or equals to 2 to the power of n minus 2. So here for all n is greater than or equals to 5 and n is any natural number after 5 or 5. Okay, so already statement lo cheppesadu. Now this statement is true for all n greater than or equal to 5 అంటుంది. అంటే ఇండక్షన్ ఎక్కడ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది, 5తో అని చెప్పేస్తున్నాడు. ఓకేనా? ఒకవేళ మెన్షన్ చేయలేదనుకోండి, నౌ యూ నీడ్ టు చెక్ విత్ n ఈక్వల్ టు 1, n ఈక్వల్ టు 2, n ఈక్వల్ టు 3, n ఈక్వల్ టు 4 వరకు ఏమవుతుంది, కండిషన్ ఫెయిల్ అవుతూనే ఉంటుంది. సో 5 దగ్గర సాటిస్ఫై చేస్తుంది కదా, అక్కడ నుంచి మీరు ప్రొసీజర్ ఫాలో అవ్వాలి. జస్ట్ యూ నీడ్ టు అప్లై ద ప్రొసీజర్ ఆఫ్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఆఫ్ మ్యాథమెటికల్ ఇండక్షన్. సో ఆల్రెడీ మనకి ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చేసాడు కాబట్టి నా డైరెక్ట్లీ యూ కెన్ చెక్ విత్ n ఈక్వల్ టు 5. సో ద బేసిక్ స్టెప్ ఈస్ n ఈక్వల్స్ టు 5 సిన్స్ ఆల్రెడీ ఈస్ గివెన్. ఒకవేళ ఇవ్వలేదనుకోండి ఏం చేస్తాను నాన్న, ఫస్ట్ యూ నీడ్ టు చెక్ n ఈక్వల్స్ టు 1 ఫాల్స్ అయిపోతుంది. నెక్స్ట్ వదిలేయకూడదు, ఎందుకు యూ నీడ్ టు యూజ్ ద మ్యాథమెటికల్ ఇండక్షన్ టు షో అని చెప్పాడు. చెక్ చేయమని చెప్పలే, కంపల్సరీ ప్రూవ్ చేయమని చెప్తున్నాడు. సో ఫస్ట్ n ఈక్వల్స్ టు 1, సో n ఈక్వల్స్ టు 1 ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ట్రూ, n ఈక్వల్స్ టు నాట్ ట్రూ, n ఈక్వల్స్ టు 3 నాట్ ట్రూ. సో హియర్ ఇట్ సాటిస్ఫైస్ at n ఈక్వల్ టు 5. సో therefore the induction that starts at n ఈక్వల్స్ టు 5. So the first thing is let the given statement is p of n. So p of n is 2n minus 3 which is greater than or equals to 2 to the power of n minus 2. So here the value of n is greater than or equal to 5. So compare with the definition means ఇక్కడ n naught value is 5 అని ఇచ్చేస్తున్నాడు. So that you need to start the induction with n equal to 5. Whereas in the simple mathematical induction that starts with compulsory 1. Now so this is modified version. So ఇప్పుడు 5 నుండి అన్నిటికీ ట్రూ అవుతుంది అన్నట్టు. This statement is true from 5. So n equal to 5. Now so left hand side check చేసుకున్నాము. Left hand side of the given statement is, so it is 2 into 5 minus 3, that is 10 minus 3, so this is 7. And RHS is, so this is 2 to the power of 5 minus 2, that is 2 to the power of 3. 2 to the power of 3 is 8. Then this implies LHS is less than RHS, or 7 is less than 8. So there are equal to symbol also there, whether it is maybe less than or equal. So then this satisfies the first condition, this that is less than. Next thing is assumption. What is assumption here? Assume that, or first you need to write therefore the statement p of n is true for n equals to 5. So next second step is assumption. So just you need to assume p of n is true for n equals to k. Okay, here the value of k is more than or equals to 5, whereas in the simple mathematical induction that is k is greater than or equal to 1, right? So here it is k is greater than or equal to 5, since the induction is started at n equal to 5. Now the given statement that becomes p of k. P of k is 2k minus 3 is less than or equal to 2 to the power of k minus 2. Let it be, this is inequality 1. Now what we have to show? Now we have to show p of k plus 1 is true. I have to show this p of k plus 1 is true whenever p of k is true. Now so for that consider, now so 2k plus 3, 2k minus 3 is that, what you have to show? 2 of k plus 1 minus 3 is less than or equals to 2 to the power of k plus 1 minus 2. We have to show 2 to the power of k plus 1 minus 2. So that so consider this part, replace k with k plus 1, so it is 2 times of k plus 1 minus 3. So first simplify this. So here we can write it as 2k plus 2 and minus 3 is there. Don't write 2 minus 3 is minus 1. But so to use this equation or inequality 1, so we need 2k minus 3, right? So 2k minus 3, write down this separately, 2k minus 3 and plus 2. So observe the equation 1. So from equation 1, this part is always less than or equals to 2 power k minus 2. So therefore this maybe is less than or equals to 2 power k minus 2 plus 2 is there. This is less than or equal to, both sides లో 2 యాడ్ చేసినా కానీ less than or equal to ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, and also this is, here you can write less than or equal to, no problem, since so equal to symbol is also there, either less than or equal to. Now again this part is less than or equals to 2 power k minus 2 plus, you can write here it is anything, since it is less than అయ్యే విధంగా ఏ వాల్యూని నోట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు నేను. So here I am writing this as 2 to the power of k minus 2 plus 2 is less than or equals to simply 2 to the power of k minus 2. This is something value, and ఇక్కడ k ప్లేస్ లో ఏదైనా వాల్యూ రీప్లేస్ చేసి అనుకోండి, ఇక్కడ ఒక వాల్యూ కూడా వచ్చేసింది. సో ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ k is anything which is more than or equal to 5. This is always less than or equal to. Now so this is, simplify this part. So here 2 power k minus 2 plus 2 power k minus 2 is there. Simply we can write it as 2 into 2 to the power of k minus 2. Okay, so here the bases are same, so we can add the powers, so that the powers are 2 to the power of 1 plus k minus 2. That means 2 to the power of k plus 1 minus 2. Here I am simplifying this part, means it is less than or equal to only. Okay, so this part is same as 2 to the power of k plus 1 minus 2. So on left hand side it is 2 times of k plus 1 minus 3 is there. 2 times of k plus 1 minus 3, it is less than or equals to 2 to the power of k plus 1 minus 2. Now you can check with the problem. So the problem is 2n minus 3, which is less than or equal to 2 to the power of n minus 2, where n is k plus 1. Therefore the statement of p of n is true for n equals to k plus 1. Hence, by the principle of mathematical induction, so no need to mention the modified principle of mathematical induction, simply you can write it as principle of mathematical induction. The given statement, that is p of n, is true for all n greater than or equals to 5. Here you need to mention what is n also. N is nothing but natural number, right? So don't write it as for all natural numbers n belongs to n. It is n greater than or equal to 5 only. This statement is true for n greater than or equal to 5. If you have any doubt, you can check with 1, 2, 3, 4 also. Okay. So dear students, I hope you understand the concept of principle of mathematical induction on inequality problems. So the problems on inequality are very easy, relatively the equality problems, because so here we can express any value here, whereas in equality, so compulsory you need to write the exact value. In inequalities, so simply which is the less than, if it is less than, you need to write some less than value only. If it is greater than, you need to write some greater value only. Whereas in equality, so compulsory you need to write the equal value. Thank you.